There are lots of good reasons to come to 40 Days for Life this year. Here's one of them. Here's another. And here's one more. These precious little children, with all their innocence and vulnerability, shine forth the sanctity of human life in all its splendour. The tragic reality in Australia today is that for every 4 children that are conceived, 1 is aborted, finding themselves, before they've even had the chance to take their first breath, through no fault of their own, in a medical waste disposal unit, like this one, photographed outside an abortion facility in Albury. The Yellow Pages lists more than 11 abortion facilities in Sydney alone. Businesses that every day, around our streets and suburbs, carry out the grisly task of ending the lives of unborn children. Altogether across Australia, every year, an estimated 100,000 children meet this unhappy fate. And yet, it is precisely women who remain the forgotten victims of abortion. It's been estimated that 1 in 3 women in Australia have had an abortion based on current rates. Who among us can imagine their grief, their heartbreak, their loneliness? As Blessed Pope John Paul II said, it is necessary to become courageously pro-woman, because it is the woman who pays the highest price for the destruction of her motherhood. With so many women suffering around Australia, with so many children the victims of such grave injustice, while parliaments design laws that trample on the rights of the unborn, and so many of our politicians are in favour of abortion, what can ordinary people possibly do to make a difference? "40 Days for Life" is not a protest, it's a prayer, because it's about God's will, not ours. With God, all things are possible. Over these 40 days, in the places where there is no love, no hope, only darkness and death, prayer brings God's love, God's hope, God's light and life. Christ himself taught that some demons can only be driven out by prayer and fasting. In the face of this great evil, we are invited to find the humility and courage to make sacrifices in order that our prayers may be more effective and that we may love with more determination and more authenticity. 40 Days for Life is not about judging or condemning the people who find themselves caught up in the abortion industry. It's about extending compassion, practical help, genuine alternatives, and praying for God to pour out his divine mercy upon the whole world. "40 Days for Life" makes God present at the modern-day Calvary. There are more than 5,000 children around the world who've been spared the fate of abortion since 2004, thanks to the efforts of 40 Days vigilers. In addition, worldwide, 19 abortion clinics have closed, and at least 61 abortion workers have left this industry of death behind. This Lent, forget about giving up chocolate. Take up 40 Days for Life. Come along. Come and join us. Pray, vigil, fast and sacrifice. Come and defend the defenseless. Come and give a voice to the voiceless. Watch the darkness fade before your eyes. Watch hearts convert and abortuaries close. Watch God in action, building up a culture of life in Australia.